What is up, everybody? Mocha Dick Poon XOXO fully adjustable. How's life, guys? Tonight, welcome to the House of Flux. I am joined by Officer She/Her.
Hello. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. She is a real person, guys. It's just at the moment she did kind of get called in. So which means we are not high on priority. So we just get no face tonight. But she's going to come on at a different time, and you guys can actually see that she's a real person. But it's a joke, man. She's not that kind of she/her. Oh, yeah, no. Guys. Hit that damn like button. Boom. What's up, AP? Good to see you. Good to see you. So, Officer She/Her, it is good to have you. Guys, she is not an internet person. She is the first person I've had on my channel that's like not a YouTube personality or like Jonah, not yet. We're just starting. Has she killed how many people has she killed? We're just starting this interview. We're 2 minutes in, man. Give us a minute to
If by donuts, I've murdered a lot of them. Just kidding.
Donuts. No, Mrs. Flux is kind of an internet person. She's an internet person because I've had her on my channel multiple times, and you guys know her as Mrs. Flux. Her officer does not have any type of, right? You don't have any type of internet presence.
No, nada.
Like, you're just like an Instagram mom on the DL, right?
Yes.
So
my OnlyFans feet page will be up shortly, though.
Oh God! You had to mention an OnlyFans feet page. To these degenerate, you have to understand. You have to be careful about mentioning that in these degenerate chats because they will want that.
Oh well, it was a joke. I do not have any internet presence. Just my Instagram. But that is it.
Nice. So I do want to, I've known you guys. I've known Officer She/Her my whole life. This is something I want to know because since I have known you for forever, I actually don't know why policing. Why did you become a cop? Because, guys, this officer you graduated the academy and became a cop when?
A year and a half ago.
A year and a half ago. So she is policing post, GF.
Yeah.
Why? Why would you, what made you choose this road?
So that is a good question. And
Did you just to carry a gun?
Just to carry a gun and drive fast, and use my wee-woos when I'm driving.
Ooh.
Yeah. So I always liked this. I always liked this field, the first responder field.
Mm-hmm.
Originally, I wanted to pursue a career in as a firefighter.
Uh-huh.
But as I got older, priorities changed. I changed. And especially in the height of GF, and just all the scrutiny that law enforcement has been under, I just really felt the need we need good officers in law enforcement. So I felt more of a calling towards law enforcement, more so than firefighting. And heights are also not my favorite. I don't have to deal with heights too often. I'm not going to say never because I have. But that is one of the major reasons. career has a lot of challenges, a lot of ups and downs. I mean, you know, when I deal and interact with the community, usually it's, you know, their worst day is when I'm, you know, dealing with whoever.
Yeah.
So it's definitely challenging, but I do love this job. I love that I pursued this career. And yeah, so that's kind of just the main reason. I always felt a pull towards first responder field, and then just more so law enforcement.
Nice. That's like, I definitely understand the calling. You know, everybody knows I'm a veteran. I definitely understand that, like, you just, I don't know, you feel that need to kind of like, I don't know, protect the ones that are in your community and like protect your community and shit.
And it sounds cliche, but the whole like to serve and protect the community and to be just a voice for those that don't have one, you know, just really be a victim advocate, because we do not have a lot of victim advocates, and our laws do not protect victims, unfortunately. You know, it seems to swing in the favor of those breaking the laws. So even more so. Yeah.
That's interesting. Would you say that then maybe you became like you have, I don't want to say that you wanted to be a victim advocate, but like what? Yeah, you were a little scratchy. But like, to be a victim advocate, because actually as a police officer, you can almost be more of an advocate than like the court appointed people and stuff. Ooh, she's probably, you there?
Yes, sorry, I had it. Yes, I do have to go shortly, but I can pop back on. So
Okay.
I apologize.
No.
But
you can.
not.
Yeah, go ahead. You can take off. And just hop back in whenever you want.
Yeah, if you want to get some questions going, whatever it is that you do, and then I'll pop back on shortly.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Of course. Thanks. I'll talk to you soon.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
That's interesting because, I mean, yes, Jason J. Cops don't legally, they're not legally obligated to protect and serve. We can always smack talk Flux in the meantime. Yes. And she did tell me earlier, she's like, I kind of got put on call today, so we were supposed to do this last Thursday, but she had overtime she had to work. And this week she got put on call. So I was like, don't worry about it. And she's like, no, I can at least hop on for like a minute or two. And I'm like, absolutely. 5-star interview. Thank you. That was a great interview, right? I'd say for like my first interview, I asked all the right questions. We did all the right things. We, the people, have no legal obligation to pay cops, nor do we have to provide them with body cams, guns, ammo, vehicles, etc. I agree with that. However, one thing I did want to talk about tonight was the fact that I do agree with police. I agree with communities needing police. Seinfeld taught me you have to help people. You have. Okay. Cool. But my whole thing, back to, I agree communities need police. Because there's always going to be bad people in a community. I don't believe police should be allowed on public property, or excuse me, private property. I don't believe police should be allowed to be called to somebody else's property. they get arrested for not helping that fat guy. Yeah. Yeah. Communities either need police or full unrestricted gun rights, which they should have anyways. Agreed. Guys, let me know if you have any questions for my officer friend. What's next week? I'll probably try and have her on next week, or maybe tomorrow. No, I think she actually works on the weekends. Maybe Monday. I almost said Monday. Wow, I've been watching too much Amish TV. Monday. That was bad. I've been watching a lot of Breaking Amish. I think I've watched all 3 seasons in like a week. It's bad. So let me know if you guys have any questions. You have a question, is she proud? No, she is not proud, but I will save that question for her. I will ask and say, I want her opinion on that. I mean, I'm pretty sure I know her opinion on that, but I will ask her. I will ask her about this. Flux, have me on soon. Let's have a military hour or something. Bro, yes. Absolutely. I'm trying to think if I have any, because I'm pretty sure I have maybe Saturday, because I don't know what I'm doing Saturday. And I think I'm supposed to stream Saturday, because I've decided I'm going to stream, Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and then probably Mondays. That's probably going to be, you're playing Minecraft first? Yeah, that's on Saturdays. We do Minecraft mornings on Saturdays. Stream every day. It is so hard to stream every day. I can barely commit to breathe every day. Let alone stream. I don't understand how people stream every day. God bless, I know with Hayden gets up at I want to say maybe 4 a.m. his time every day to stream and then do his regular life stuff. And I'm like, ugh. I tried once, gave up pretty quick. Yeah, it's just difficult. It's like life and stuff. But yeah, no, guys, so don't worry. At some point, I'm sure Officer PC Officer PC will be back. Hey up, what's up, Project Metal? Music. She had to run because she was on call tonight. Oh, wait, no, she's back. What's up? You back?
I'm back. I also added a little emoji. I thought it was funny.
And you sound better.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Cool beans.
So I have one question. I know the answer, but what are your opinions on the 387 officers around the Uvalde incident?
Around the what incident? I'm sorry.
Uvalde.
The shooting?
Yeah.
As far as what?
Do you know about it?
Yes.
What are, because a lot of my chat really hates all those cowards that just stood around there for 2 hours while the kids were being shot and dying.
Yes, and my department specifically, and I know many departments, we had a lot of training afterwards as far as hey, we're all on the same page. If you hear gunshots at a school, you're going in. That's the expectation. So, I mean, it's hard. I wasn't there. I don't know I mean, obviously we can Monday morning quarterback any police
Yeah.
video that we watch. So I don't want to do that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but it's hard because there's so many departments that do not have a lot of training.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously communication looked very poor.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's in an active shooter situation, you cannot treat it like a hostage situation where you have some time on your hand, you wait, you gather your resources, you make a plan.
Yeah.
In this specific incidents, and in like the most recent one in, was it Tennessee?
Oh, the Louisville, that was
Yes.
beautiful.
Yes. So
that
there's,
was like textbook perfect.
yes. So there was no hesitation. It's, you know, we have that expectation,
Mm-hmm.
you know, that if there's an active shooter situation, you run to that, and
Mm-hmm.
your job is to stop the threat.
Yeah.
I mean,
Honestly.
if you have a, you know, fellow partner with you,
Mm-hmm.
perfect. But, you know, in this situation, you know, fortunately they're few and far between.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, they do seem to be happening more frequently.
Mm-hmm.
Our job as peace officers is to stop that threat. And
Absolutely.
you may not have the time and the resources with you. You go in and
Mm-hmm.
you stop the threat. So it was very sad. It was very unfortunate that these officers did wait,
Mm-hmm.
and that so much time did pass, because
Yeah.
there's um, teachers and parents that were willing to go in and try and stop the threat, and they had
Oh,
no gear
absolutely.
on them. So I mean, there's so many, you know,
Mm-hmm. Honest.
resources that we do have on scene that you just
Mm-hmm.
don't think about, because when you go on scene, you might not know the layout, but you know any of those parents or teachers or janitors that are on scene wanting you
Mm-hmm.
to help would. So it's just like, hey, tell me where you saw them go in,
Mm-hmm.
you know, give me the keys, and you just go.
Yeah.
So
Well, and
and
honestly, I think that's probably why the one in Nashville, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, they probably were like, oh my god, after Uvalde, that can't ever happen again.
correct.
And so they literally went in textbook perfect. And I think that's what we've seen. Unfortunately, like you said, these have picked up more, but we have seen a better response from officers, I feel like, in the past couple since then. Because they're like, that's never happening again.
No. So I mean,
Yeah.
it's unfortunately, because you know there's only so much that is allotted to training. You
Mm-hmm.
know, there's, you know, these police officers may not have had active shooter situation. However, as a police officer, it should kind of just kick in. Like,
Yeah.
this is what we signed up for:
Yeah.
the good, the bad, and the ugly, and you go in and you stop that threat.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
it's very, 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 very sad and very unfortunate, and my heart just goes out to just all those families that were affected by that.
Absolutely. What's up? We got 10,001 from Legal Vices. Good morning from Korea. Good morning, Legal Vices.
Hello from Korea.
Thank you for the 10,001. In American, that's 10 whole dollars.
Love that.
So, uh, how, I mean, for a lot of us, we just look at police and all we do is Monday morning quarterback.
Correct.
And there's a lot of things a lot of us would do differently. And, but in the moment, you can't always like determine what's best and stuff. So,
Well, not only can you not determine what's best,
mm-hmm,
unless you are in it, you don't know how. You would like to hope, I'm going to react a certain way. And that's
mm-hmm,
why training is important, and just even going over scenarios in your head and
mm-hmm,
kind of just mentally preparing. But I
mm-hmm,
mean, until you're in the situation, you don't know how you're going to respond. So it's very easy for, you know, either other officers or even the public to sit back and go, oh, I would have done this, or they should have done that. When it's just like, you know, at the same time, you know, I hate Monday morning quarterbacking these videos because it's just like, it's a good training tool. Like, hey, if you're like, put yourself in that situation, how do you want to respond? How do you want to react? What are you going to say on the radio? You know, and going over broadcasting. That's huge. You know, there's so many times you get tongue tied on the radio, and it's, one, embarrassing, and two, it shows that you've not been training.
And tell me, hold on, Shizzy Wiznut in the house. What's up, Shizzy? You would love it. I haven't seen him tonight, but there's a guy whose name is Tits and Ray Guns who pops on here every once in a while. It's funny as shit. I love his name, Tits and Ray Guns. That was off topic. But okay, so obviously, with us Monday morning quarterback, I can't say that. Monday morning quarterbacking. You know, we have our strong feelings, and we all feel, oh, the police don't care. They're just, you know, lazy. They don't want to do their stuff. But 90% of departments are full of cops like yourself that, you know, you became a cop to do these things, you know, to protect your community. And what are your, I mean, I'm not sure if you even know, I'm not saying like, you know, that's like, there was a ruling where SCOTUS, you know, says police aren't obligated to, you know, put their lives at risk and stuff.
I haven't heard that.
Huh?
I said I didn't hear that.
Yeah, I don't, guys, you have to tell me the case. I can't remember. It was a while ago, but they pretty much ruled,
I'm not
like,
doubting you. I'm just saying I haven't heard it.
That like pretty much cops don't have to like risk their lives, and they don't have to do that kind of stuff. And it's one that the chat likes to bring up and stuff because it is a SCOTUS ruling. But that's not the mentality of 90% of, you know, officers, correct?
I would say more like over 90%, because we sign up for this job, and especially in, you know, I work in California, so especially in California, you know what you sign up for.
Yeah.
You know the risks. And I mean, there's a lot of, I know there are some officers that think they know what they signed up for, and it's not until they started working that they're like, oh shoot, I don't think I like this, or this is not what I signed up for. So it just, again, until you're in it and you see it, you know, it's hard to know what you would or wouldn't do. But again, yes, I would say the majority of officers sign up knowing what the risks are, knowing that today is a day that, you know, I might have to use my firearm, and we don't go to work hoping for that, but it's just the reality of the job.
I don't know if this is too much of a personal question, but have you had to pull your firearm?
Many times.
Have you had to shoot your firearm?
No, not unless it's target practice.
Nice.
But no, I have not fortunately, I've not used my firearm.
So you are just considered a beat cop, correct?
Correct.
Which is what exactly?
So I respond to calls for service. And it could be something mundane as a report call, as far as, you know, like, hey, my car window got smashed, or a traffic collision, all the way to domestic violence, or, you know, hey, this guy's walking around with a gun. I don't know. I mean, the calls, you name it, the calls are there. But I am assigned to a specific area of my city. And so when a call comes out in my area, I'm the handling officer for those calls.
Okay. Now, I don't know if this is a weird question, but do you have a favorite type of call, like that you like to do?
Oh, that is a good question. A favorite type of call?
Yeah.
I don't know. I have to get back to you on that. Like, I don't know if I have a favorite type. I have calls that I don't mind.
What are calls that you don't mind?
I think calls that I don't mind are when, for simple reports, when the reporting party is able to present me with all of the facts, and give me all the information I need, and that they're cooperative. So I do like those calls. I do like calls with, I mean, it sounds bad, domestic violence. But when it's a true domestic violence call, I do like those calls because I'm able to really feel like I'm helping my community. I'm helping these victims. It's a very, those calls are very hard. A lot of the times the victims are not wanting to call. But I do like those calls as well.
Because at least I would imagine that's when you feel like you can help the most.
Yes.
Because you can connect with that individual person on a different level.
Correct. And it's not just, there can be some exciting stuff on that call, having to detain and whatnot. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's, seeing that case all the way through. I've been able to go to court a few times, and be there for the victims. So on a few calls that are challenging, just emotionally, it is very rewarding to just see it all the way through and just go to court and just know that, I was there to help that victim and then be there ready to testify.
Valhalla Awaits asks, in your experience, what's the ratio of men to women as abusers in DV calls?
The majority of the time it's men.
Yeah.
I don't want to say only because I've seen it all. But the majority of the time it's the male half that is the abuser.
Okay. That's I think that's typical, right?
I don't want to say it's typical, but it's what's more common that we see, just because a lot of the times when the woman's beating on the man, they're not going to call us.
Have you heard of the Courtney Clenny case?
I have not.
She's the OnlyFans model that stabbed her boyfriend.
Oh.
Yeah. Where she was totally the abuser. And like there was a video of the elevator, like where she was beating on him and stuff, and he was just like and she was trying to claim that like he was trying to kill her and stuff.
Oof.
But that's a good one. We're waiting for that trial to start. Now, me as a I'm a very anti-government person. So she might have to go again.
I do have to go. I apologize.
No worries. Whenever you want to come back, if you can.
I will. I'll talk to you in a minute.
Okay, bye. Some women, same woman that broke a bodybuilder's jaw. Absolutely. There is a video. I'll pull it up just because I want to hold on. She doesn't have a super. Oh, I'll pull it up later. I was going to say, guys, look up Haley Elizabeth. She just did a video on Courtney Clenny. It gives a little more history into Courtney Clenny, which is kind of cool. She's not a very educated cop, it sounds like to me, if she doesn't know the law that grants her the ability to let people die. It's not that she's informed. I think it's just that literally doesn't matter to her. Like she became a cop to protect people and to do that. So I don't think she wants to just let people die. Because she is one of the good cops, guys. I know, I'm drinking Dr. Pepper tonight. Don't judge me. Mrs. Flux did the grocery shopping. Am I going to stream that trial? Unfortunately, no. I don't actually trial stream because I do work a regular 8 to 5, 8 to 8. What do I work? Like 8 to 5 job-ish. I agree with exactly. Most cops want to protect and serve. I'm gonna, like she said, more than 90%. And I mean, we highlight all the bad ones. We rarely highlight the good ones. We typically only highlight the bad ones when they really mess up. And unfortunately, we don't get to see a lot of the, DV stuff where these cops actually do work as kind of a mediator. When do I work? Yeah, sometimes my short-term memory. Give her 2 years, she'll be just like every other cop in California. I don't think so. There are some Californians with morals. Like, there's not a lot, but there are some Californians left that are still stuck in the old ways and trying to fight for a sinking ship. But, they're trying. I feel bad because there is a big amount of, people in California that are of the old ways. And I mean, as for me, California was my home state, and it is depressing to see it become what it is. And there are some people who are just like, nope, this is my home. This is where I was born, and I'll die here, and they can't push me out. And I appreciate those people. But it is kind of like, you got to get out of California for real. Yes, we are. Oh, wait, where did that one go? Oh, there it is. Yes, we are. There's no way in a million years I'd ever move to Cali. I mean, I have a lot of family out there. I will go back to visit. I did, but I will never go back there to stay unless it is after the apocalypse. Once we are past the apocalypse, either the nuclear apocalypse, I am really tongue-tied tonight. The nuclear, I cannot speak, apocalypse, or the zombie apocalypse. That's when I'm gonna head out to California because the weather is good for rebuilding and food and stuff. So, exactly. No. It's after the apocalypse, so like it's all cleared out and stuff. But no, there are still a lot of good officers out there, and we bash officers a lot. But we have to remember that there are still, the good ones that are trying to fight for, justice. And there are those that are still trying to fight. It's just, unfortunately, we're seeing a lot of we're not seeing a lot of good things right now. AP says, I have family in California. They keep inviting me to go out. Always responded once you move out of California. I went to visit California. It rained the whole time. It like flooded everything. I mean, I would still want them to fuck off and leave me alone. Exactly. In the end, I want to have a relationship with cops wherein you're peaceably there, and I'm there, and we just like two ships in the night, you know? Ne'er their paths shall meet. Or in some cases, like the what was it, the Donna Pass or whatever that we just read about, that Jeff just told us about. Oh, Shizzy Wisnut says, one of my old bandmates retires as a detective from Cali. He now runs his own security company and hires, only vets. That is neat. California there are still beautiful parts. It is still pretty, but it's like, we got to get all the crazies out, man. There's a saying that's like California is full of fruits and nuts. It's accurate. But no, we have the good weather here. Yeah, well, when I went there, it rained the entire time. Downpoured like I've never seen in my entire life. Don't believe that shit about California being in a drought, because there was so much rain. It was insane. I was a total nut when I lived out there. You know, I lived out in Cali. I left California when I was 19. Needless to say, I was one of those, like, oh my God, Valley girls, I think. So I'm glad I kind of left. Because I don't want to be a Valley girl anymore. Cops make for great jujitsu and wrestling partners. I've got a lot of handguns and shotgun training for them, but I want nothing else beyond a wave. Officer PC. What is this? Sorry, she texts me. Dead air is awesome. I'm just gonna leave you guys with dead air, because I can't talk and text at the same time. Sorry. I don't I don't know if she'll be able to come back tonight, but that's all right, because I am going to have her on again, because I am going to get her when she's not working. Mark my words. The Q word. What's the Q word? What's the Q word? Hold on. And stand by. Let me see what this is. Because I don't know what that is, and it sounds funny. Look at that. It pops right up. I'm going to get copywritten for this. The 3-minute. Oh, hold on. Let me see if this is it. Is this it? Okay. Yeah, I laughed. Hold on. Oh, wait. Back. I gotta play this. I need to save this so that anytime. Here we go. Ooh. I did not share the audio. There we go.
Dead air.
Nice. What's up, Super Chat? AP says, Super Chat. Thank you, AP. I love AP Super Chat. They're always so, like, deep. They're very deep. It's a good show. I need to watch Sunny. It's Always Sunny, because for the longest time, everybody said, for whatever, I don't know why, but I compared it to a How I Met Your Mother show, where I'm like, I just don't need a comedy about a group of friends, like whatever. But everybody says it's really good and that I should start watching it. So maybe, what's up, Chandler in the house? I love Always Sunny. So maybe I should, because there's all these references coming up now of like Dead Air and Fight Milk. And I have no idea what's going on. So I should probably look that up. She texts back. Hold on. Don't feel bad. I'm not an actual real show. I'm just like hanging out. That I legitimately started streaming because I'm like, I want to hang out and chat. And nobody's streaming right now, so like let me start my own chat. But you stayed for like 20 minutes. That's a good time. And I finally understand now why you're a cop. And I really wanted to know, because I'm like, why the hell would she become a cop? The comedy is on another level. Like, is it comedy that's not allowed anymore? I'm as lost as Stevie Wonder in the desert. Fight Milk is a Camelot podcast griff. No, I know, but I'm saying like, so Fight Milk came up because, you know, I was with Camelot and they're like, oh, it's from Always Sunny. And then, what's up, Gigi? How you doing, girl? Well, yeah, exactly. Fight Milk became a thing because of Camelot, because of Always Sunny, or It's an Always Sunny. And then, yeah, I just need to start watching it. I'm having a really crappy day. I hope you're not. Oh, Garrett, don't have a crappy day. We're just chilling. We, unfortunately, Officer PC/she, her, wasn't able to stay for the full time. I don't know what that means. She's like, I might be able to. Oh, wait. Val text me. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Stand by. Guys, we're going to. You know what? I should just do this. Hold on. Let me see. Let me see if I can do this. I wanted to do the Dead Air on replay. Oh, look who's back.
I'm back.
What's
for now?
For now?
I'm good right now.
Neat. So, I mainly wanted to know why you became a cop, because I couldn't figure it out. I was like, of all things, why? Why?
Right.
What's your favorite? Give me a funny story.
A funny story.
Yeah, like your favorite funny cop story.
Oh my gosh, there's so many. See, this is why I asked you. What are you going to ask me so I can prepare?
I don't know. I'm like, okay, because I know you work at nights because
All the Karens are awake during the day.
Yeah, and screw that. So, like, you get, like, funny drunk people sometimes.
Yes. Funny drunk people. They're not my favorite, though, because normally it's not the fun drunks that I deal with. Although the funny drunks are the ones that start, like, saying how they're working on their record label. And then we're like, okay, sing us a song. And then they'll start singing or rapping. And I'm just like, oh, my gosh, I'm getting paid. I'm getting paid to listen to this. And it just blows my mind.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
I have my buddy Valhalla Awaits.
Okay.
He's here too.
Hello, Valhalla Awaits.
Hello, how are you?
Whoa, you can speak.
He's my girl.
Okay, I wasn't expecting I was looking at the chat expecting you to respond there. So, hello, sir.
Oh no, I'm here. I'm here in real life, flesh and blood, the whole nine.
Woo!
So he is a vet.
Very cool.
Do you have any questions for my officer friend?
I sure do.
This is gonna be good.
Well, I'm trying to. So my initial reaction is to always go hard on cops, right? And I clearly don't want to do that. And I hope that none of these questions come off that way.
Appreciate that.
I honest to God respect you and wish nothing but the best for you.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. But like I do have, especially with Cali cops in particular.
Tits and ray guns is here. Sorry.
Hey, Tits. I do have questions that I get. So Cali law, at least for the rest of the country, or I'm from East Tennessee, or not from,
Okay.
but I live in East Tennessee. So like I don't know, I guess a flyover state, right?
A little bit, yeah.
A little bit. And it seems that the Cali cops are getting kind of handcuffed by the legislature out there.
100%.
So
there's a new bill that's trying to pass where we can no longer use canines to apprehend suspects.
What?
Guys, I don't think it will pass this time. So I'm hoping that we can get some good we already every department has policy on policy on policy, but I'm hoping even more so we can just have more of a statewide generalized policy that kind of helps, because the canines really do de-escalate many situations. You know,
Absolutely.
if we tell you, when you hear that dog barking, and when we say, hey, you know, you need to do what we're telling you, or that, you know, we'll let our dog loose. If they bite you, it will hurt. So many times we're able to take people into custody without incident because they right away know, like,
force.
Yeah. So, but yes,
right.
We are definitely being handcuffed by legislature.
So at what? Go ahead, Flux. My bad.
No. Go for it.
Okay. So me and Flux are, just so you know, me and Flux are like real life friends. Like I have her phone number and everything.
Okay.
He knows my real government name.
I do. So I may know more than chat does about you specifically. Okay. That being said, like honest to God, I have nothing but respect for you.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. So at what point does, if the legislature has hindered you to such an extent, at what point is it too much? At what point is it, as somebody sworn to uphold the Constitution, do you look at it and say, hey, this isn't what the Constitution stands for?
I mean, unfortunately, it just, you make sure you know the law front and back. You make sure you know your policy front and back, because, you know, there's the law, there's that tier, and then there's policy, which I would say even, it doesn't supersede the law, obviously, but it's stricter. Policy is generally stricter than the law as far as like what we need to adhere to. So it's just when it comes to enforcing, when it comes to, for instance, if we need to go hands-on with somebody, you need to make sure what you're doing, that you can articulate that in your report, and you got to stick by your guns.
this, that, and the other. And it's articulation. And again, knowing.
Oh no, I think we lost her.
I think she got a beep
Yeah.
on the video, maybe, which is okay. We're here for you when you get back, babe. But I can absolutely relate to this, and this was one of the issues that I had in the military, right? Because I was in the infantry, as most of you know.
Mm-hmm.
And what are we calling her? Officer PC? Is that what we're calling her?
Officer she her. Yeah.
Or she her. I'm so upset about the pronouns. Not gonna lie.
Can you guys hear me?
Oh yeah, we can hear you
Yes,
now.
we can.
Sorry.
All good.
Sorry, my phone was like cut out, so I
That's
couldn't hear
all right.
you guys. I don't know if you could hear me.
The last thing we heard was you have to know the policy and all that.
Articulate it.
Yes, articulate it well.
So that way, let's say, I was involved in a use of force, and you have to be, going back even further than just, what were the events that led, because that's what now we're held to. It's what are the events leading up to it? Why couldn't you de-escalate it? And if you're able to put all your ducks in a row as far as we had sufficient officers. I announced who I was. I told them what was going to happen. I tried to de-escalate multiple times. I mean, so it's really just learning how to work within the box that we are in. So it's just, I don't want to say getting creative, because that to me makes it sound, it has a negative connotation.
Yeah.
But it really is. We are, the box keeps getting smaller and smaller. So how are we going to work within that? And then that really comes back onto, again, knowing the law, knowing policy, and training.
Well, this is something that I'm sorry. Go ahead. Flex.
No, go for it.
Are you sure? I keep cutting you off.
No, go for it.
Okay, my bad. So this is something that I can kind of personally relate to, and I struggled with this in my time in the Army. Like I said a second ago, I was in the infantry, right? Like I was kicking in doors and carrying a machine gun, and it was wild. But throughout my service, the ROE, rules of engagement, in theater got so ridiculous that dudes were literally getting drawn up on murder charges over, well, and I guess I wasn't there, so I didn't see what exactly happened with this specific situation that I'm talking about, but people were catching murder charges in a war zone, and it was a very strange thing, and it didn't always feel like it was in the soldier's best interest. So I wonder how, as a beat cop, that relates to you, because I see the same thing playing out.
And that's we'll see training videos from time to time where there's an officer assigned to the lethal option, less lethal option, and then a hands-on team. And sometimes you'll hear an officer say you have the shot, or tase them, whatever it is. And it's if you are assigned to, let's say, the less lethal, the taser, you can't have someone else. At the end of the day, you are accountable for everything. So this whole I was following orders, that doesn't cut it. And especially, I mean, because there's now new, sorry.
That's all right.
Hold on a second.
That's all right. Unhung Hero for $2 says, "Do not talk to the fucking cops, Sean." Yeah, that's what I was all day today. I'm oh shit, I'm talking to a cop without a lawyer present.
You're in a different state. I think you're okay.
I probably should have had legal vices here or something.
That might not have been a bad idea, I guess.
Have a lawyer present, just because we're talking to a cop tonight. We're just openly talking, but I would feel better if I had a lawyer.
Goodness gracious. But going back to what I was saying.
Yeah.
If I were to see a fellow officer do something that's, immoral, unethical, illegal, I am now held accountable if I don't say something.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say this officer went hands-on and hurt somebody, and I knew it was getting out of hand, and I did nothing to stop them. I am now held accountable to that. So just the same as if, we are on a scene. Let's say someone else sees something that I don't, but if I have the taser and I don't think it is appropriate to use it, no one can tell me. Sure, they can say tase them, but it's my name on that taser. That's my property that I have to buy and pay for. So this whole, following orders, yes, to an extent. However, you would hope that everyone assigned to their specific task on scene is going to carry it out to the best of his or her ability. So, so I understand what you're saying, and I as far as you're saying your fellow soldiers were catching murder charges because they were following orders, and it's unfortunate because they were following orders, and they're doing what they were told to do. But as a police officer, I am held accountable to all my actions. So if I'm told to do something specific, if I don't feel like it is appropriate, I'm not going to do it.
Well,
or if I do feel it's appropriate, I'm going to do it. And I have to be able to articulate, I did not take this shot, or I did not do this or do that because of X, Y, and Z.
So let me take a real quick second to clarify my position on this. I think that's probably for the better. This is the first I've heard of a team with each individual weapons assigned, etc. I've never realized that was a police thing until just now. I've never heard that as a police tactic, and I'm actually I think that's a good idea because it's going to hold individuals not only responsible but hold other individuals responsible by this thing. So that sounds like a good tactic to me. I think that's an improvement in police work.
Oh yes, and that's something that I know. I'm a baby cop. I've only been a patrol officer for about a year and a half.
Okay.
However, that is since I have started as an officer, something my department does, as well as I know many other departments, when we do go on scene, from little mundane calls to where if you're just a backing officer on a traffic stop, your job is to just officer safety, keep an extra pair of eyes, but if we are coming into something more dynamic, for instance, a domestic violence call or, man with a knife call, we have everything set up. We have our we have our containment team, we have our hands-on team, we have our lethal, our less lethal, just because, again, if it does go to court or if things go sideways, someone gets hurt, we can say we did all of these things prior to approaching this person.
Can I ask, so I did miss the first 8 minutes, unfortunately. So I may have missed if you said any of this. And if you don't want to answer any of it, just say you don't want to answer it or just don't answer it. But you said you're a baby cop. How old are you?
33. I started this game a little bit late.
Interesting.
That's why I was like, I need to ask why.
What did you do before this?
So before, I had children. Well, my first child was a surprise. And I had her young. And then I had one. So my husband and I were like, well, let's just have another, because why not? So I was wanting to be a firefighter. But during that process, I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom more. I wanted to be there. I wanted to be the one that raised my children. So I put kind of my career and my goals and everything just kind of on hold for a little bit until my children are older and can understand, me going to the academy, I'd be gone, but I'm coming home. When they're little, they don't always understand all of that. You went
from stay-at-home mom to officer on duty?
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. Okay. She's a badass. All the things that the world says you can't do, you can't have kids and then your career too.
Well, that's
she busts that shit down.
And
Get
and
it,
a
girl.
lot of women or a lot of families, they do their career first and then they settle down and have kids. I did it in reverse. I got married young and had kids young, and then got my career later.
As long as that
Nice.
marriage works out, and I hope that it does and has, then that's probably the better option.
Thanks.
Oh yeah, it's definitely it's one of those things where it's like, hell yeah. And you plan on being a cop for like the long haul, right?
Say it one more time. I'm sorry.
You plan on being a cop for a long time, correct?
Yes.
Do you want to advance to like detective or whatever?
At this time, no. I really like being a patrol officer.
Uh-huh.
There's some other things I'm looking into on the patrol level, maybe a little bit above, but I don't want to be in an office. And
You're
detective work,
talking,
yeah, you get to go in the fields, but for the most part, you're in an office.
I
And
so you're
that's
love
not
my
talking
being in
like
the field.
office.
you're talking like sergeant or training officer stuff, right?
Correct.
Okay.
I love my office. I am
Oh,
safe and comfortable.
because I'm like,
Well,
eventually promoting FTO, all that stuff sounds great. Because I can still do that in the field.
Nice.
So, I do have to go though. I will try and hop
Yes.
on before you guys exit.
I'm actually going to wrap it up pretty soon, so you can take off. I'm going to do my outro and everything. Thanks for coming on.
Anytime. Hopefully, I can join you again soon.
Yes, hopefully next week or something.
It
We'll
was
work
great
it out.
talking to you.
Sir.
It was great.
And
It
ma'am.
was great talking to you, and hopefully, we'll be able to do this again sometime when I can be on camera.
Sounds good. Me too.
Yes, I need to have you both on camera. All right. Well, thank you for that. Oh,
What the
I
hell,
went to
man?
I went to remove her from the stream, and she ducked out right as I hit remove. So you bumped over, and
I see. I
it
see. Just kicking me to the back room.
you know, I enjoyed that and was surprised to hear. I learned a lot.
Well, good.
Yeah,
Hopefully, I contributed a little in that.
you did. You
Well, good.
did.
Good.
I enjoyed that, and hopefully, next time I'm gonna have her on when she's not working, so we can have like a full sit down. But I did enjoy this conversation tonight because, I mean, the hard part is I want to be so mad at cops all the time. Like I want to just be like, fuck the cops, fuck off. But then I have my friends that are officers, and I'm like, they honest to God try. They
I've,
want to do the right thing.
I've
And
had
it's
several police officer friends throughout my life, and none of them are out there trying to do bad. None of them are out there trying to abuse people, but
mhm.
there's clearly a lot of that going on. So it's worth the conversation at the very least to try to figure out how, why, what we can do to fix it, not just
Mhm.
bash them all the time. That's not going to
Well,
help. It's something we
exactly.
need. It's something we need.
And she was one of those that saw, it was during the time when all the good cops were saying, fuck this shit, I'm out, and
Yeah,
dipping. And it was just
there was a
leaving.
lot of those.
And you know what? I have a lot of respect for her stepping up. Because somebody's got to. At the end of the day, we do have police, and we have to have some good ones.
They should all be good. We need them all to be
Exactly.
good.
They all need to be good. They all need to be just like her, not even paying that SCOTUS opinion any attention whatsoever. Like, oh, that's a ruling. Well, that's stupid because that's not my job. Is to protect and serve. It's insane.
Oh, you're talking about the qualified immunity.
No. The SCOTUS ruling about not having to put your life at risk or whatever.
Yeah. Basically qualified immunity. They can't get in trouble if they were acting in the right or the best interest or whatever.
Well, yeah. Essentially, but,
I get what you're saying. My bad.
but it's definitely it's good to, I mean, we do need to talk to these good ones to show people there are these good ones that are trying.
Absolutely.
Because we see too much of the negative, and that's why I'm like, let's have these cops. Let's let them talk, because I bet you they're really fed up with this shit too. And they are.
The negatives make the headlines, not the good ones.
Yeah. Jonah Kryla says, you should have some bad cops on. No, I don't want no bad cops on. I don't know no bad cops. All right. Well, I am wrapping this up. Thank you for popping in.
Thanks for having me.
Through to
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, I appreciate you being like my backup girl.
I got you, girl. Always. You know I love you.
Hell yeah. Love you too, girl. Guys, that's it from me tonight. I appreciate y'all showing up, and next time hopefully we won't get called into work while we do an interview, because you know,
that'll just make the whole thing smoother.
Right? Life happens.
And chat, sorry, I'm on my cell phone. I couldn't see anything tonight.
Are you really? The audio is really good.
Well, I'm sitting on my deck watching my goats with no shirt on because I spilled beer all over myself earlier.
Nice. That's got to be really nice because it's like gorgeous right now.
Yeah, it's like 80 degrees.
I was going to say, because you're in Virginia?
East Tennessee.
East Tennessee. I knew that. You said Tennessee on this stream.
Tonight. Yeah.
I'm like, you even said it. But like here in Maryland, it was like 80 degrees. 85 today. Humidity was not bad. It was so gorgeous.
It was.
I'm probably gonna go out on my back porch and smoke a bowl before bed.
I had 2 baby goats born today.
Oh, congratulations!
That's 10 babies total.
Oh,
I currently have 21 goats. That's so many goats.
Wow, what are you gonna do with them?
I sell the boys. And then I'm probably about at the limit I want for girls. So I probably need to start making decisions there too.
Sell them for goat milk.
Yeah, that's a long-term plan. That takes a lot. It's a lot of dedication.
It does, because like the milking and
yeah.
I've
been growing my herd for the last couple of years, and I think it's finally the size I want. So now I guess it's time to start doing other things. Yeah.
Nice.
That's the next step.
Do you have anything coming up you want to pimp out?
Oh, excuse me. Yeah, absolutely. The new law cards.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Like law cards are a thing that I should push too.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Get Steve Gosney and Farmhand Tom, for those that don't know, teamed up, and they started making these law cards, and they're absolutely hilarious. They're like a trading card kind of thing, like baseball cards or something, with a bunch of the YouTube community that we all circulate in. So like I know there's a card of Bronca losing his tie in Vegas. I know Megan Fox has a card of her burning her kitchen down.
I have a card with Steve, me giving Steve his lesbian card.
Yeah, I've seen it. It's really great.
It's fun. I love that card.
It's really great. And I will say this, Farmhand Tom has shipped out some cards for me to sign. So I'm gonna have signature cards, y'all.
Nice.
Yeah.
Same Z's with twinning, bro. With twinning.
Flux, we're doing so good.
Oh, hell yeah. We're making it. Not only that, guys, don't forget. Hold on. Where's the window? For all your tea needs, go to the Dragon's Treasure Tea.
Oh, you got a Dragon's Treasure link?
I got a Dragon's Treasure code. Guys, I don't drink tea. I'm not a tea person. Like you guys know, I'm a soda person all the time. However,
don't say soda. It's a pop.
It's a pop. One exception to my pop is the Dragon's Treasure tea. The tea that I'm currently drinking, I'm still drinking my Rainbow Loyalty. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. Guys, he has a only teas.
And
He
only
has a
tea.
tea. It's a tea of the month,
That's great.
but it's called Only Teas. I
That's
love
so
it.
funny.
He actually has a really good website. But guys, these are this holiday. Oh, so he does have a, like, you know, his what did I say? Only Teas, where it's
Only
like a
tea.
subscription service.
Yeah.
So he does put certain teas behind like the member thing.
Oh.
Like this one, this butterscotch holiday tea. I am not currently a member, however, maybe I should, because this tea, this butterscotch holiday tea, was phenomenal. It was really yummy.
Butterscotch. You are 90 years old.
You
Jesus
know what?
fuck.
I also did. Hold on, where is it? The Rainbow Loyalty. Let's see. Oh,
It already sounds super gay.
Oh yeah, well, I mean that's why I had to get it. It said rainbow, so I'm like,
Outstanding.
you know, I have to be cliche and stupid sometimes. I'm 12.
I love you, Flux. You're awesome.
But he has. I love the names of his teas because he gives them really, like, man.
He's in tune. He's got it.
He's
got
an
it figured
awesome
out.
dude.
I don't know that I've ever really talked to him.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think I have. I don't know that we've ever streamed together, and if we did, it might have been briefly on a panel, but we didn't really get a chance to talk or anything. But I've seen him. He seems legit. He seems cool. I dig him.
He's awesome.
He's got a great sense of humor.
This is one of my favorite teas, Rainbow's Loyalty. Bold flavors of the rainbow, this tea that will never let you down. This was actually the first tea that I tried. I don't know if I should have. It was really good. It's got blackberry leaf, lemon balm, lemongrass, hibiscus, peppermint, and ginger. My favorite. Bro, go get some tea. Use code word Flux and you'll get 5% off if you use discount code FLUXX.
You know what else I've noticed? My bad.
Huh.
Go ahead.
You can get discounts using my code Flux, FLUXX. And you
As
too,
you should.
Yeah, you too can get this lovely rainbow tea. Like I said, the blackberry, it's like blackberry leaf, lemon balm, lemongrass, hibiscus, peppermint, and ginger. I very much love the hibiscus and the like lemon together. It was actually really yeah, it really, when I got sick, it really helped like soothe my throat and stuff.
So one thing I've noticed, right, with especially with his tea, and you know, everybody, there's a lot of YouTubers that are on board with the tea man, right? I've noticed that literally every single YouTuber has their own favorite. So like there is something for everyone. It's not like it's a bunch of crappy teas and this one's the one good one that everybody likes. It seems to be all of these teas are phenomenal.
Oh yeah, I know, like it's a haname. It's a haven for anime and tea lovers.
You made it sound dirty.
Yes, it is an ad, but it's not an ad because this will benefit you in the long run. Because like I said, I am a soda pop drinker. I mean, that's all I typically drink except for his tea. Because his tea is called, like, look at these, like, this is his legit, like, ooh, berserker potion. This might actually turn into a tea order. Okay, I'm gonna look at this later because I'm gonna end the stream and I'll order tea later. Guys, chat.
Go check it out, y'all.
Thank you for stopping by. Remember, if you go buy some tea from the Dragon's Treasure Tea, use code word Flux for a discount. That is FLUXX. Honestly, it's good tea. Guys, thanks for hanging out. Remember, Mocha Dick Poon XOXO, fully adjustable. Because why not? Stay excellent to each other, guys. Bye.
Later.